Who wants to do a knock knock joke with me? Come on, anybody knock knock? It's already there, right?
Broken pencil.
Broken pencil, who, right?
Never mind,
Broken pencil, who?
Yeah.
Never mind,
Mine is
pointless.
Yeah.
pointless.
No. I thought that was funny. Get in the book. Yeah, anyways.
I gotta go.
All right.
You're gonna put the video.
Yeah, yeah, I'll bait you too. So then you visit the neighbors, right? This is what I mean by visit the neighbors.
Okay.
So then initially, this is the first part of it. This is where I'm probably gonna take a little bit longer because this is really, everything else is pretty much automated and can be done for you, right? All you have to do is do a couple things, but this is where you're actually gonna visit them. So you wanna start on Thursday before, if you didn't do it on Saturday, do it on Thursday. If you're gonna do it on Sunday and don't wanna work on Saturday, do it on Thursday, right? I always say you go Thursday and Friday. And then, I'm not exactly sure if I've talked to Maria about this, but I know with Elizabeth, for example, she was going out doing open house on how she got that big listing. Doing open house, and this is exactly what she did. She took a listing. So you want to go, and when you go visit the neighbors, right, or talk to the neighbors,
I'm sorry.
it's okay. So then what you want to do? Sorry, I got distracted. You're gonna visit the neighbors. The whole point of visiting neighbors, it's a super easy script. You're gonna take your flyers, right? And this is actually the updated flyer that I'm gonna give a thing about. So it's just knock knock, right? When Susan comes to the door, you're gonna step back. That's always important because that way people don't feel threatened. And this is just like a, kind of like a
Space.
Yeah, and it's just a rule of thumb for most door knockers. You're gonna look at them, you're gonna smile, you're gonna introduce yourself. Hey, I'm George, and always point at the flyer because that takes this kind of tense and kind of neat reaction of closing the door on you. Hey, I'm George with Berkshire Hathaway. Just real quickly, I'm giving a courtesy walk around the neighborhood because I'm doing an open house actually right down the street from you. And I was wondering if you knew anybody who would like to move into our neighborhood. And they're gonna say, just say no.
No.
Okay, that's cool. Hey, do you mind if I leave this with you? This is all the information on it. Okay, and if you do hear of anybody, please let me know.
Sure will.
Okay, hey, thanks a lot. Take care. Boom. That's all you want to do the first contact. You're not looking to get their information. You're not looking to ask for the referral. You're not looking for anything. You're just letting them know, I'm going to be working on Sunday. This is the time frame that you're going to be
Because it is amazing how many neighbors do show up.
Yeah.
Just nosy Rosie.
No, and the thing is, you want to be branded to that, right?
Yeah.
So then that's kind of, that's the conversation you have with them, and you want to go to at least 30 doors, right? So break that up or however you want, 10 this way, 10 this way, 10 across. Now you have 30 doors and you're done. Is that 30? 10, 10, 10. Yeah, that's 30. So you want to knock on 30 doors, and if they don't answer, leave a flyer on their mat or whatever it is, I mean, just do that. Like I said, this is very basic. You can get this done in 20 minutes, 25 minutes, but it gives you as agents exposure. It helps you control the walkthroughs through your open house, and then it keeps you working.
Can I add to that? Don't be offended if like out of 30 people you get 2 or 3 that are rude to you, because that's just the way people are.
Is that all you're gonna get is 2 or 3?
Depends,
I'm always
neighborhoods.
thinking nowadays.
Yeah,
it's
it just depends neighborhoods, but don't get
Yeah.
offended by it, because you're just gonna get that.
Yeah, I could tell you that I've door knocked. I mean, I don't even know how many thousands of homes. I've cold called thousands of people, and I would get maybe 1 out of 100, and it was usually on the phone, not in the at the door. On the phone, people get a little bit more brave, and if it's not your day, you're not sounding energetic or positive, yeah, they'll reciprocate. But if you're there and you start with that and you step away, it's very important to step away, point at the flyer, big smile, and then you're just giving a courtesy walk. You're not doing anything else. You're not there to sell I'm not there to sell Anna's house. I'm not there to sell your house. I'm just giving information out. And if they say, no, that's okay, I don't want to waste your flyer. Okay, no, I appreciate at least you letting me keep this. You have a good day. Boom, walk away, done. You're not there, that day you're not there to win any clients. Just remember that. You're just there to let them know you're there. Right? And then obviously the referrals comes in the conversation that you're talking to them, right? Hey, who do you know that wants to move into the neighborhood? Or our neighborhood. I would call it our neighborhood. Because even though you don't live there, it's still your neighborhood. You're doing some kind of business. Right. So yeah, so you kind of go about it that way, right? Any questions about that? How simple is that script? Right? It's gonna
You
take
do it very easily.
Yeah.
Can we just take you along with
Yeah,
us?
exactly.
I'll give you the 30 flyers.
Exactly, sure. But it's, like I said, it's a minute conversation, a minute and a half. And then here's the thing though you have to be careful with. and I'm looking at Susie for
Yeah,
this.
because I do this.
You do
And,
this.
and I'm looking at Susie for this. So when you're talking to somebody, and you know,
Hello.
Susie, how are you? I didn't know you lived here. Oh my God, how was your kids? That's the last time I
Oh
wanted
my
to-
God! Come
Right.
in, have cookies.
Exactly. And then all of a sudden you're 3 hours later,
I
right?
do this.
Yeah, she
can't
does
help
it.
it. I
Yeah.
can't help it.
No, and
I thought it was
that's
gonna be something different.
No, I'm like there forever. I'm like an hour and a
Right.
half and I'm still at the house.
Right.
yeah, and that's cool.
And that's the first house.
yeah, exactly. No, so that's
It's
cool.
bad. I have a bad habit. Of
Yeah,
that.
and that's cool, you know, because she's sincerely she
everybody.
wants to get to know these people and is excited about them. But you guys have a job to do.
Yeah. You have to
Let-
say, hey, not right now, but how about another
I
time?
no. I even had this lady. I don't know these people, and I went up to them, and
It's your voice.
they
it's
had
you.
me come in the house. They showed me the
Love
whole
you.
all their upgrades. It was an hour later, and I had but I had to go.
Right. Well, you have to think about it like this.
In
We
the
don't
future.
we don't get paid hourly, but if we did or by salary, and I was your basically, and I was still and I was the boss, and you guys came back or Susie came back and said, hey, you know, happened again. I didn't get through all my doors. It's the fourth time. I fire her. Plain and simple, because she's not being effective or efficient. So that's the difference that when we're getting paid by the hour or when we have somebody holding something against us, we do it, you know, because that's our job. And this is our job, and that's the mindset that we have to get into. This is our job.
I had a little voice of George telling me, but I get so intrigued by their like when they redo the home and all
I get it.
decorate.
I get it.
She
I get
goes
it.
in and gets some decorating
No, I get it.
ideas.
I get it. And when that comes up, and this is the big this is another reason, especially for you, Susie, to step away, and then be excited. Oh my gosh, I didn't know you lived here. No, and then have a conversation with me.
Oh, yeah, I do. Come on inside.
Yeah, you know, right now actually I have to get through this, but why don't I come back in about half an hour? Is that okay?
Sure.
Awesome. Okay, and then I'll give you all the information then. See ya. You see what I'm saying? Like,
It's
like,
so hard for me to do.
like but it's you. It's not them.
I
That's
have
the thing.
Portuguese in me. We like to talk. No,
But you know,
I'm
you know.
getting better.
Yeah,
I am
but
getting
that's
better.
the biggest thing. I'm not telling you to be rude to them. I'm not saying, and that was because when I first started. Let me give you a little story on this. When I was first door knocking, I was coached by the Divine Fairy organization, which is basically all they do is cold call and door knock. So I was a little bit younger. How old was I? I don't know, whatever it was. And then I was knocking on different doors, and I would get invited in a lot. And to me, I was just like Susie. Hey, come check this out. Have a cup of coffee, and I'm like, oh, I'm earning clients, right? And then so my coach told me, he said, no, that's the last. How many listings have you taken that way? Well, 0. How much business have you drawn from it? Well, 0. Okay. So then he said, buy yourself a watch. It could be a really cheap one. Look at your watch every single time you talk to them. Say, you know, I have to get through this in half an hour, but I will be back afterwards, or reschedule a meeting.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a very positive way of affirming that you still want to hear them, and it makes you feel better because now you got a coffee date later of whatever it is, even just catching up
And
date.
hopefully you remember which house.
Yeah, well, if you know them that well, you're not gonna
Yeah,
forget.
exactly.
Right?
Yeah,
So,
true.
so just again,
Well, not
it's-
even if you don't know. Yeah, you gotta jot it down because.
yeah, and whatever it is, and then at that time you probably won't want to go back because you have 16 appointments that you've set from door knocking, right? So, yeah, hopefully. So that, but think about that. That's all you say, right? I mean, it's real simple. It's like, you know, I would love to come back. Right now, I have about half an hour to get through this. Is that okay if I come back in half an hour? But respect your time because your time is money, you know. And you're there to work. You're not there to socialize. The socializing can come afterwards. Does that make sense?
Yes.
You have to get these examples and the ways of doing it like on a weekly basis for me. Because I'm like, right now I want to go and do it.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's why I'm.
give me a day and I'll be like, yeah, no.
No, but that's the whole reason of me putting it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Is for you guys to be able to go back and listen to it. Oh, that makes sense. That's what he said. Oh, that's the script. You know, and what I'm trying to do, and the reason I role play with Susie or I know whoever I'm doing it with is because I want you to. That's the same conversation I would have with you.
Right.
My mannerism, same thing. If I'm smiling a little extra big when I'm talking to you, Susie, I like Susie, but it's because that's the way I would be doing it at the door. You know, I'm trying to be respectful. I'm trying to be positive. And I'm trying to be, you know, that person that they're going to kind of build that instant trust, right? Cool. So anything else? So you guys don't want to try this joke again?
No, we're good.
Okay. Didn't really work the way I
It's
thought.
It's pointless.
That'll work.